Welcome to Bio class. Today we are going to discuss a few more diseases which are remaining like some protozoic disease like malaria, Ascariasis and some helminthic disease, fungal disease, all this which are there in your syllabus. So, first here we have to see the malaria. Malaria here you can see this malaria here agent here is Plasmodium vivax, that protozoa, Plasmodium vivax, Plasmodium falciparum, malary and oval. So, they will create that different type of disease. The benign type is the Plasmodium vivax. It means the fever is there, then after that it is cured. Falciparum, sometime it is the malignant type, it is fatal, and these two are very less in our country, malary and oval. Symptoms here high fever, headache, nausea, all this we have to see the life cycle, so you can able to understand it is there in your book. So, we can discuss it. Okay, so here it is. If we can start from here, look at this areas. This areas is human body. In human body, that in Plasmodium, asexual phase of reproduction is going on. Whereas in mosquito's bodies, that is the sexual phases is there. So, complicated the cycle that we have to check that. The first we can start here, start when the mosquito will bite any healthy human. Then the sporozoites of the Plasmodium, see that this is the Plasmodium, this is called the sporozoite, spindle like structure. The sporozoite, it enters inside the body. After 30 minutes here, this sporozoite, it attacks the liver cell, one certain cell, the parenchyma cell, the liver, and it enters inside and do the asexual reproduction. Within 7 days, they are destroying the cell, and huge number of merozoites. See that sporozoite here the merozoite. One sporozoite can make the 12,000 merozoites. So, this merozoite it is released. Okay, merozoite, one merozoite 12,000, one sporozoite creates 12,000 merozoite, and all this merozoite now it will attack red blood cells. Red blood cells, it enters inside the red blood cells. Here you can see this the how it captured this one. This is the nucleus of the cytoplasm of the Plasmodium vivax. This is one ring type of stage is there, which is called the signet ring stage. This is well visible under microscope, and from that we can able to understand that the patient is having malaria. So, from this type of in Saison stage, the Saison stage, it is there are two things can be happen. The one can be the mosquito is mosquito takes this blood, this RBC. Otherwise, this huge number of merozoite again will form, and you know that from 12,000 and again it attacks the RBC. So, huge number of RBC is attacked. Now, if you come here in the mosquito's body, when this Saison enters, then here it will form from the merozoite, it will form that macrogamete and the microgamete. It means that from the merozoite, one merozoite is transformed into macro and the micro, then zygote will form in the mosquito's liver, and from that zygote the again sporozoite will form. This sporozoite escapes from the intestine to migrate to the mosquito's salivary gland. Again this mosquito will attack a healthy person. Then this sporozoite enters inside their body, and again it forms the merozoite and attacks the red blood cells in this way. This is the cycle. This is the cycle that you have to understand. Alright. The rupture of RBC is associated with the release of the toxic substance hemozoin. And that this hemozoin, it is from the gene, that toxic substance in Plasmodium DNA this is, and one certain gene TLR9 can create that, and when it enters inside our body, then it creates one pro-inflammatory cytokines, that immunological signals, and this signals will reach to the our hypothalamus. It changes the set point of the thermoregulatory center, and so that fever it comes, the temperature increased. So that is the reason, that hemozoin which can create the fever. Next one, Ascariasis by the Ascaris lumbricoides. Here this Ascaris lumbricoides, it is found in our intestine. They can stay there, lay eggs. Ascaris can lay eggs 162 eggs per minute, show high speed, and the maximum 27 crore. From that egg, that rapidity formed larva. It came out in intestine. After that, it enters into several areas of our body. It travels heart, lungs, trachea, pharynx, all these areas. Pharynx, and again enters inside the intestine and gets mature. It takes the 25 days in that travel throughout in our body, and in this time that several symptoms will occur, like anemia, like fever, mild fever, muscular pain, internal bleeding, all these things are there. Then egg of this parasite are excreted along with the fecal matter, which infect that it may contaminate the soil, water, plant, and from that the healthy person is infected. Okay, from the vegetable, fruits, all this. Okay. Next is Filariasis. It is by nematode Wuchereria bancrofti, Wuchereria malai. This disease, it is found in this area, the Purulia, the Chotanagpur area. Here it is by the mosquito, female Culex mosquito. Female Culex mosquito, that microfilaria, it is entered inside the Culex body. After that, the development will take place. L1, L2, L3, that 3 development microfilaria, it is there. What happened in this? Just if we check this, that it is this microfilaria, it is L3 stage, the developmental stage. L3, it enters inside, and after that it converts into L4 stage, and it goes that lymphatic nodes, and here it swells up these areas, so that the one permanent swelling is there, the in filariasis, which is also known as elephantiasis. The number of nematode is increased and lymphatic node, and it is swells up. The Wuchereria found in the daytime in the bloodstream, but superficial it is found in superficial in the body at night, so that the mosquito will take that for this infection. Now let's know its here in a mosquito body L1 stage, L1 stage means larval first stage, larval second stage, and the third stage, which is infectious to human being. It enters inside the human body. It turns L4 stage, means adult stage, and it moves the lymphatic node, and here the immuno cells, cytokines released, the immunosignals released show that the proliferation will start. Lymphatic endothelial cell proliferation. Endothelial means inside layer that in dengue fever you have seen that endothelial layer. Here it is proliferates, and this proliferation it creates the swelling of the different part of the body. Mostly where the lymph node is there, and that area the swelling is there. So that is the problem in that disease. You can if you see the book's diagrams, then you can see this areas. So swelling is there in legs, genitalias, and these areas. Okay. So that is about the disease. Next one, fungal disease. Ringworms, very common infectious disease in human. Different fungi like microsporum. In your book it is there that microsporum, trichophyton, epidermophyton. These are the responsible for the ringworm. In Candida albicans also, different other also aspergillus. These are, it creates that the problem. It is a very common disease and very infectious also. It is not any very dangerous. That is why we are not concentrating on that. These are the ringworm rash. It is found in our body. They show infectious here. If it is itching, then we are with our finger we are itching it, and after that this fingers, if we touch any other place also, it can transmit from the finger to different part of the body or different other person maybe. So this disease is quite common. Suppose Candida albicans, 70% of Indian having that disease in their lifetime, because it has those who are in body contact, traveling in public, bus, train, always they are having with the body contact this fungal disease. We are neglecting because it has not anything, it cause nothing fatal, and no other big symptom is there. The itching is there, and sometimes swells up, irritating, all this. Here if we see this the pathogen here, just now that I told the symptoms, this ring like lesion, that site of the infection, this contact with dermatophytic plant fungi, especially the warm moist environment. In our country is the ideal place to grow, that 40 degrees Celsius and 80% moisture. That see the dogs are there, that is not our study. So just this that the symptom and the transmission of it. That is about ringworm. Alright, we have completed the disease part. So very soon we will move in the next part, which is immunity. Okay, thank you.